Good afternoon, everyone. It's a glorious October 1st day here in Calgary, so I thought I'd take advantage of creating my video outside for the last time. My name is Lisa Dixon-Wells. I'm the founder of Dare to Care, a national award-winning bully prevention program here in Canada. And for the first 23 years, was working in schools. My background is as an educator and a school counselor. Developed Dare to Care back in 1999, focused on school communities, working with teachers, students, parents, administrators, etc., in the school community. But in 2018, I was asked to work with the University of Calgary Swim Club, which at the time was the largest swim club in the country. And I worked with over 600 athletes aged 5 to 25, right through the varsity team, as well as over 600 parents and all 43 coaches in the University of Calgary Swim Club. And the results were so positive, and I've actually shared some of those results with the board members, that we decided to expand the Dare to Care in Sports program to other sports. And in the last few years, we've been able to work with Skate Canada, Ringette Canada, Ringette Alberta, Swim Canada, Swim Nova Scotia, Hockey Calgary, and numerous other provincial and local clubs in just helping to create a safe, inclusive environment for all of our athletes to thrive in. So I want to share a quick PowerPoint presentation with you just to give you an overview of some of the discussion that I will have with the parents in January when I visit Craigleith Ski Club. So, sorry about this. So, as you know, Dare to Care has been active since 1999, primarily in schools. We reached our 1 millionth participant student in 2020, just before COVID. And we've really found that the need in sports has increased during COVID. So my focus now is not on the schools. I have other facilitators doing that. My focus is really on getting Dare to Care in sports out nationally to all sports organizations. Some of the facts are astounding. 70% of youth in North America are dropping out of sports by age 13, never to return to organized sports. And we all know the benefit of sports in so many aspects, that sense of belonging, the skills, the life skills it provides, obviously the physical component of it. But the number one reason that youth are dropping out of sport is they just aren't finding it fun anymore. The pressure and the stress to perform has outweighed their desire to be part of a team, which is very disturbing on all sorts of levels. But another more recent study, 2018, the Winter Youth Olympic Games, and at the 2020 Summer Youth Olympic Games, anywhere between 32 to 34% of the athletes there reported that there was some sort of bullying, harassment on their team. Not necessarily that they were involved or that they were on the receiving end of that bullying, but they certainly witnessed it. So 1 in 3 athletes, and now the Youth Olympic Games is primarily youth age 14 through 18. And what's so important about this data is this is not sports specific. This is all sports, winter and summer, and athletes of all ages. So again, something that we need to be very, very concerned about. The scope of the problem, whether we're talking about schools, whether we're talking about sports or the workplace, is really this breakdown right here. And that's 79%, the silent majority. That is really the goal of Dare to Care, is to educate and mobilize that group to speak up and stand up for teammates, for parents to stand up for parents, and coaches to stand up for coaches, for everyone in the sport community to speak up so that we can create this safe place for our children to thrive in. I will certainly be going into far more detail of that breakdown when I see you in January. But one of the biggest roadblocks we've got in the area of bully prevention is when every organization is defining bullying differently. And surely in the last 10 years, we've noticed that the word bullying has become so overused and misused that it's taken away from the seriousness of the issue. So one of the things that I will be going through with the parents as well as the coaches and all of the athletes is really understanding the difference between what's normal, which is conflict, and what should never be allowed to be normal or normalized in sport, which is actual bullying behavior. So we'll be going through the definition very, very clearly. We'll also talk about the types of bullying, but just to show you, I'm really going to focus in on the last three: discrimination and racism, cyberbullying, and sexual harassment. And as parents, I want to share with you information that I'll also be sharing with the athletes as well. Uh, our goal at Dare to Care is to have everybody have the understanding, the knowledge, and the skills to be able to stand up and report bullying, but also we don't want anybody to find themselves in a troubling situation and then saying, they just simply didn't know. So we will be going through the types of bullying as well as for the parents, your role as a parent in the sport organization. This Craigleith Ski Club is your child's community. It's where they go on the weekends. I guarantee many of their friends, when they are adults, will be part of the Craigleith Ski Club. In other words, their friends from schools will probably go by the wayside, but the friends that they make in the ski club will stick with them for a very, very long time. So it's important we, as parents, are playing that critical role in not only being an advocate for our child, but supporting them in the sporting realm. And I've got a lot to say about that, but one of the areas is, tips on parents, what to do if your child is being targeted, is being harassed or abused in sport, the steps as parents you need to do to properly advocate for your children. So spending a lot of time on that as well. So I'm very much looking forward to the visit. There's so much more I will be sharing. I know a 2 hour session sounds like a very long session, but trust me, it will fly by and you'll walk away having a knowledge that will help you and your children, not only in sports, but also in dealing with day-to-day life in school, in the community, etc. So we will see you in January and looking forward to lots of great questions.